What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to Fantastic Hip Hop, how Kendrick just trolled Drake and teased new music in the Luther video. I didn't know he teased any music. I did react to this. It is probably a couple videos under this one, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. I also reacted to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers earlier this week. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. I will be reacting to Jid's The Never Story tomorrow.
Or the video will be up tomorrow. And let's see what else. What else do I need to? I need to say. I have a Patreon. But the newest thing that it will be up there will be Kendrick Lamar's "Rich Spirit" music video because I never have seen it, and I just uploaded his 60th Grammy performance. And sorry, y'all, long introduction. And then I have like some other reactions. Like there's some music, but I also have You season 5 trailer. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff over there. So yeah. So if you're interested in any of those things, my Patreon link will be in the description. And if you want to see certain videos, type my name in, Nina Janae, and type whatever you're looking for, and it'll pop up.
So people were telling me there was ways that Drake was being trolled um in the video, but I'm not sure where we got the teasing new music from. Maybe I missed something, I don't know. But I'm always down. But you know, Fantastic Hip Hop gonna go in on Drake. You feel me? So I have to take what he says with a grain of salt, because sometimes I feel like he be exaggerating a little bit, but we gonna see. Let's go into it.
Well, right now with Kendrick Lamar, the next phase of his plan to take over hip hop and his all time run in the music industry has continued, as right before his Grand National Stadium tour starts, Kendrick just released the music video to the song that has not left the #1 spot for what is about to be 8 weeks in none other than Luther. And really now, with the visuals to go along with this song, what it seems like now is that this run Kendrick is having is gonna last a lot longer. And now, from all of the storytelling and messaging in this video, to the subs that Kendrick is throwing right back
Somebody
at.
said that the maybe that the teasing new music, that the snippet, GNX snippet, was in the same building that Luther was filmed in. Oh, if he would feed me with some music, feed me with everything, release 18 more music videos, I don't give a fuck. I want to see it all.
Trying to mess with Kendrick once again after his Nokia video.
Yeah, that
I
shit
mean,
won't good.
overall, with
I
this
ain't
brand
gonna.
new video from
I reacted
Kendrick,
to
he has
that
given
too.
us something that a lot of people are going to be talking about for so many reasons, because in typical fashion from him, it just opened up so many more doors to what's coming next. And now, before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out
Yeah,
a
yeah,
ton.
yeah. Leave a like and subscribe to me too. The fuck?
Effort to try and push Drake's Nokia to compete with Luther and push this new round of a Drake and Kendrick beef almost, where instead of releasing diss tracks, they are competing for a top charting record. Well, after Drake for some reason thought he could take Luther and Kendrick's #1 spot and release a music video where he was subbing Kendrick in so many different ways and have that work. After messing around and thinking he was finally gonna get a win with what Kendrick Lamar has created. While Nokia may have already been losing to Luther before it had a video and that song never had more support, Drake is now officially never going to get ahead of this record, and really it seems like no artist is going to for a very long time, because with how stunning these visuals are and how they are about to be accompanied by an entire tour with both artists, Kendrick and SZA are
Yo,
just defining.
anybody that's going, I'm freaking jealous of you, and I will admit it. I'm not afraid to admit that. I went to Mr. Morale and Big Steppers though, so like, the fuck.
When it comes to dissing Drake in the video, which has been a new iteration of Drake's back and forth so clearly, as again, Nokia's video was really more of a Kendrick diss than it even was a moment to showcase that record. Well, for Luther, Kendrick is not.
I didn't know who that was. I never looked at all the shots that were taken by Drake in Nokia. I guessed what I guessed in my video when I reacted, but I didn't see everything. You know what I'm saying? I guessed two things, which was like something in the beginning and then the owls at the end. But people, there's more.
Drake here within these super in-your-face ways that obviously just spell out that you are trying to get at him and that this is what you are watching is about. Because again, let's remember that Kendrick knows this is a top charting melodic song that is supposed to be enjoyable and calm over everything else. And of course, knowing this, instead of making a weird homage to the person you're in a beef with like Drake did, Kendrick just tells a story here that has nothing to do with the guy whatsoever or any beef, and instead has a lot more detail in terms of creating a bigger narrative that relates to the track. But at the same time, while doing all of that, Kendrick fills in the lines and ties this thing together with trolling that if you are in the know about what's going on and everything with Drake especially. I mean, for Drake and OVO, they are gonna be in shambles about, because first off, even with the timing of this video releasing, this is the start of the new music tracking week, and this is the moment in time where Drake and OVO were going to make one all-out push for the last time to try and get Nokia to #1. And so with Kendrick putting this video out for this record that already has the lead right now, again, what he just did was make it all the more impossible for Drake and made sure that he is never going to be able to even act like he has made a comeback, and he will never be able to get that #1 because of that. And again, this just shows you how while Drake disses people for the audience to understand, Kendrick just wants to come in, win, and make the best things possible. He is really on a completely different level because of that. And now when it comes to the actual presentation of the video, first off, with the black and white aesthetic that the video switches in between, Kendrick really has shown how to do a video like this, but again, we shouldn't be surprised because this is the exact camera and color palette that have already been used in key storytelling moments for him, like when he was doing the Grand National Tour videos to announce it with SZA, and with Kendrick switching in and out of color here and of itself. Again, this entire detail and component to the video, while not having its primary reason be to troll Drake, as the use of it is to tell a story and create a visual identity for this track and era of his
Okay,
career.
because in my video, I did say, I feel like people are gonna say, "Oh, he did it in black and white. He trying to da 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 da," and I'm just like, it's possible, but I didn't think that that was the purpose. I feel like they took a lot of different like color gradients, color schemes. I said this in my reaction. A lot of different vibes. You feel me? Um, and somehow made it cohesive in a video. So no, I don't think it was solely to troll, but maybe is using his trolls as double entendres too. I don't know. Maybe they got two different meanings. Who knows?
Didn't understand what it was trying to do whatsoever. And now really the funniest troll that Kendrick has done with this entire thing all comes down to who directed the video itself. This time around,
Yeah. You know who you are. Mofo told me that the person who directed Drake's God's Plan. I was just like, God damn. That's crazy.
not Dave Free as usual,
I
which
didn't mean mofo in like disrespect. It just meant like, I don't know. I just call people mofos. Kwani.
Kendrick and PG Lang behind the scenes, is none other than director Karina Evans. And now who she is first off a Toronto native, which is already hilarious, but making the troll even funnier on Kendrick's end. In the past, she worked with Drake and directed some of his most popular videos from the era where he was arguably the biggest he ever was with his Scorpion album, as she directed all of the lead singles for that record, including tracks like Nice for What, In My Feelings, and I'm Upset. And with this, again, Drake really needs to take notes because this is how you diss and troll in a music video, because for Kendrick Lamar, when you think about how fans and people who just like the song are going to hear the video, they're just going to see it as a cool piece of art that matches the song well and gives them something interesting to look at. But meanwhile, beyond the surface, from directorial choices to when it dropped even, you know that Kendrick was trying to troll Drake and once again send a quiet message to him that does not actually step on the art he is making, but is still letting him know that this is his genre, his industry, and that it's his era, and that he is going to have to try a lot harder to even come slightly close. And again, when you compare the subtle trolling in the background of Luther to the weird disses of Nokia, you just see why these guys are in the places they are and why one has kept on winning and why one just keeps losing more and more. But now with the all-time great trolling from Kendrick out of the way,
you found a place of complete focus.
When it comes to the rest of this Luther video, this is really an amazing piece that Kendrick has given us, and even when we compare it to the visuals that we have already seen from him in this era, it's a perfect extension and continuation of everything GNX is about. And now while the Squabble Up music video felt like its own contained thing, this Luther video is much more expansive and is doing a ton of world building for both the album and tour, because as you can see in this video, And even see how some of the rooms that we are seeing here end up being connected back to that main room that Kendrick Lamar made the GNX trailer in. I mean, this is clearly trying to tell us something bigger, and whether that's about the album itself, a potential deluxe coming, or maybe even what the tour is going to be like and how the presentation is just going to be next level. It's clear that Luther is really trying to expand the scope and is letting us know that what Kendrick Lamar is doing is even bigger than we once understood. But now beyond that, and again, once again, always showing that everything Kendrick does is to expand his art and the story he is trying to tell, and not just make some weird statements that are ultimately pointless like other people. What's really interesting about this Luther video is that just like other Kendrick videos, we don't just see the song get played through here over some visuals, but in multiple times. There are pauses and breaks which are just expanding the story and depth of what Kendrick and SZA put together here.
Facts.
And even with the outro of the video, which features a whole section of its own where the actual
and it was freaking beautiful where the actual song was playing. I feel like that's what he was gonna say. The original. Oh my God. It was so beautiful. It reminded me, in some of my comments, I saw people saying like it was like grown love, and that's what it felt like. It felt like a deep love, not this surface level shit, not this clicking likes and swiping on mofos. No, no, it's deep, deep. Souls. My soul loves you. Fuck how you look. Fuck what you got. My soul loves your soul type of thing. You know what I'm saying? No, no, it wasn't lustful. It was deep, genuine love. And it was just a great feeling, a great vibe. Generation, I'll say. Um, and I think we have a lot of music that is, in that light, but it's a lot more pushed publicly. That is the opposite. Very toxic, very negative, very socially gender divisive and everything. I don't really fuck with it. So even sometimes in our own communities, in Black communities, sometimes pitting each other against each other based off of Black women, Black men, light skin, dark skin. Like it's just ridiculous. And I just felt like this was it didn't matter. It just felt like love.
about GNX and this era from Kendrick Lamar becomes more apparent than it ever has been, which is that as the Luther Vandross song that this sample gets to play in the background and everyone who may have never heard it gets to listen to it, while there are a lot of other plot
Y'all
threads
didn't
and
get to hear that song. Y'all, I feel bad for y'all. Not some of y'all, for real. Like, I really be like forgetting I'm a really like a grown person at this point.
this record being such a big song, and then now letting all of these people who may have never actually heard the real track get to experience it with some amazing visuals that Kendrick has curated, that overall, and what we are about to seemingly find out on this tour, and with whatever other surprises Kendrick Lamar may have, is that while this GNX era is so meaningful for Kendrick himself and represents his rise over everything in the industry like we have never seen before, it's also bringing up others with him and putting the industry within a better place. And now whether that's with all of the new rappers he has helped put on, or it's like what we are seeing here, which is by honoring and giving homage to one of the greatest voices ever in music, who was notoriously disrespected by the industry in his time, and from being snubbed at award shows over and over again to never getting that #1 song of his own. Really,
I
what
can't
Kendrick
believe
is
that.
doing here is channeling the past, present, and future of music through him, and is now with this record more than ever, allowing and giving Luther Vandross and his amazing work and contribution to the music world the biggest nod and honor it ever could. And I mean, to just see this and see a song that is literally titled after him, now getting to see the success it is and being the centerpiece to this entire album and what is going to become the Grand National Tour, this is what Kendrick Lamar in this era is all about. And I am sure from here, while we don't know what Kendrick is going to do next specifically, that silence in the video at the end and a lot of the cryptic hints from closed off doors and sections within the same GNX room is really
Yo, these Katie's are
Fire
fire.
speed.
Bro, you work here?
Whatever, kid.
is really showing and telling us that more is going to come from here and that Kendrick is really planning to take
Release
over the
it
industry
tomorrow,
a lot more,
please.
because everything is indicating this.
Please.
And so altogether, when you put all of this into perspective, Luther isn't just a statement that is going to raise the bar for the song and the tour. But even with Kendrick working with the director who did the videos for what was Drake's biggest album in terms of the major songs on it, I think this is another moment for Kendrick where it is showing that he is now the guy that Drake thought he used to be, and that these records are the type of moments dominating the industry that Drake used to think he created. And I really think with that understanding of this video, what everyone should see is that this is Kendrick Lamar's claim to solidify himself as not just the biggest rapper right now, But really, based on what we have seen, the biggest hitmaker in all of music at the moment, and going forward from here, if Kendrick is going to be able to embody flash and spectacle with storytelling and purpose like we see right within Luther, everyone better get back, because the dot era is only going to change everything a lot more. And so now, with all that said, let me know.
Um, like I said, I'm all for whatever he wants to release. Release it tomorrow, release it today, release it in 5 minutes, please. I need it. I need it. Something I need. Um, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful video, bro. Um, initially I didn't pick up on any Drake disses. I even saw that somebody said that he was in a Canadian tuxedo, like similar to how he was in the Grammys. I mean at the Grammys. Um, so I mean as time goes on, I'm pretty sure people are gonna catch different things. But I'm excited. I really want that GNX snippet song to come out. That was fire. It's fire. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for everything. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see y'all in the next one.